The budget also includes some measure of relief for federal workers. It includes a 1.6% pay raise and a call for 6 weeks of paid parental leave. For details, I'm joined now by Louis LaBrecque, senior reporter for Bloomberg BNA. Thanks for being here, Louis.
Thank you.
Let's start with a little history lesson here. Federal workers' wages have been pretty flat over the past several years, and 1.6% is, I guess, better than nothing.
Yeah, it's a little better than nothing, and in fact, it's a little bit better than recent years. Last year, federal workers got a 1.3% average pay increase, and in the previous 2 years before that, they got 1%, and then before that, they faced a 3-year pay freeze. So 1.6 is a lot better.
So earlier I mentioned that the budget calls for a raise for them. Some federal labor unions want more than 5%. Where does Congress fall in all this? Are lawmakers in this Congress likely to approve any raise at all?
Well, Congress doesn't really have to approve a raise. All they have to do is not block the raise that President Obama has proposed. So that's really what's happened in the last 3 years, is that they haven't said we approve this, but they haven't done anything to block the raise. So that's kind of the important issue.
Let's talk about this issue of paid parental leave. If federal workers have a child and they want to spend time away from work, what are their options?
Well, they can take, there's 12 weeks of unpaid leave that's available for all Americans under the Family and Medical Leave Act. They can also use sick leave and annual leave, and they can, under President Obama recently took some executive action, and under that, they can take 6 weeks of advanced sick leave. So that's an option too.
So how would this proposal change all that?
Well, the president's proposal would give federal workers 6 weeks of paid leave, so that'd be a lot more straightforward.
You're also following rumblings of civil service reform and union bargaining over phased-in retirement. What's likely to get accomplished during President Obama's final year in office?
Well, in terms of civil service reform, probably not that much. Members of Congress are going to be running for re-election, and they're going to be kind of preoccupied and probably spend less time in D.C. than usual. However, I think that President Obama might do some more housekeeping things, such as recently he signed an executive order that gave federal agencies more latitude to pay senior executives more, also called on federal agencies to increase rotations for federal senior executives.
Do you see any more of these final year accomplishments? Are they all going to be executive actions, if you could predict, or is there any common ground with lawmakers on the Hill on dealing with some of these issues?
Right. Well, I guess there's some areas of common ground. One thing that may have a chance is a recent bill from Senator Tester, but co-authored by Senator Grassley, and that's called the Paid Administrative Leave Act, or just the Administrative Leave Act, sorry. But it would change the rules for administrative leave, and it would actually make it harder for federal agencies to use it in kind of a willy-nilly way. It would put restrictions on the use of it.
Louis, you'll have to keep us posted. Louis LaBrecque, senior reporter for Bloomberg BNA. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.